Okay, welcome to our fireside chat session today. I'm Charlotte and I'm head of marketing at NFQ. So before joining NFQ, I actually have 5 years of working in influencer marketing agency. So hopefully with this background, I can share some insights with Ha Linh here. And just so you know, Ha Linh is actually have a very rich background in influencer marketing. She's kind of like a business owner, a business trainer too, and she also earned us as the in Forbes 30 under 30.
Now I'm under 40 already.
But
That's a long time ago.
But I'm sure that she will have a lot of experience that she share you guys today. Yeah. So since here, she would have like both perspective as influencers and also a brand owner.
Thank you. Just to a little bit more explaining about my background before we start our panel today. As an influencer myself, I think like only for about five years until now. However, I'm very happy and lucky that when I come here, I would be able to share also about how as a business owner in different fields from education field. My first startup was starting an English school when I was 18, and after that I was one of the first one who bought the franchise of Com Cafe, which is a very big coffee brand in Vietnam, and I was very lucky to work with them since the very first day when they launched their franchise model. And then after that, I started myself as my own brand, but like as a Thai dessert shop. I hear that maybe you're from Thailand, yes. Right? From the accent, I can, yeah. So and then until now, I got Thai restaurants brand called Kohyam Thai in both Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City for 12 shops, and we just started a Sichuan food restaurant the last year. So I have 3 partners, and my main roles in those 4 partners, including me, is strategy, business concept models, and also marketing and PR. So being myself as an influencer also helping a lot for like really in the field doing the marketing for my own small brands coming from really scratch, just 1 shop to 12 shops and 1 brand to 2 brands now, and we happily to have the brands in 10 years now. Mm-hmm. And I really hope that from what Charlotte will ask me today and also what you guys ask me today, we can have really fun talk today. Yes.
Actually, I'm really glad she's here because you know what, I am in charge of inviting guests for this topic, and I couldn't find anyone, but like she's the full package. So, okay, just ask right now.
Just ask
I
me.
think, yeah, easy enough.
Right.
Okay. So you guys have already know influencer marketing isn't something very new. Like brands have been using like influencer voice for ages. There's nothing new, but since TikTok has arisen, everything has changed. I realized that when my dad actually told me that he got booked by a local brand in the morning. So, and I also realized that when someone's cat become popular on TikTok more than me. So, yeah, it has been changing. And today we're gonna find out how TikTok shaken up the influencer marketing landscape and how brands like business owners, business leaders, and marketers can apply, adapt, navigate to the new change.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
All right. So the first one. Okay, as you, Ha Linh, as you already know that influencers like TikTok has took us like a tornado. Mm-hmm. So how do we can like distinguish a true TikTok creators that is good for brand, that can be used for brand, or someone just like a viral phenomenon in the social media?
Yeah, very interesting questions. Actually, like to answer that questions, I would bring back to the story of how I started with TikTok, my own TikTok channel. Because like, as you said about like with TikTok, it can be very easy to see like, we can see someone with like million views just after a night.
Right.
And like, we see like a lot of people calling, like we call it TikTok idol. Like, yes, and everyone can be recognized, can be famous on TikTok, which gave me fear for like starting on that pool from the start. But then I realized that everything, and I realized that, for example, for the business, we all here to get to the point that sustainable level for our business. So the same with TikTok. When I see that game, I see that I can't be just be fear or scared by seeing like a lot of people around and everyone can be famous, and so should I compete with them? No, I don't need to compete with anyone. I just need to see what value I'm gonna bring to my audiences, and is that value is like my daily content. I mean, I need, because I do a lot of things. For first, I do restaurants business, I do coffee shop business, I also do Airbnb business. And I love designing houses. I love starting new business concept, which is, I love a lot of things. So, and TikTok is, the algorithm of it is you need to choose one thing to start with. But I have so many things at that point, and which gave me like, I thought like I waste a bit of time here. It took me like 2 years to think to start. It's really, really waste of time. And then one day I see like my partner at that time go on TikTok viral with 1 million views by only a short clip going in and out a Maserati. That's all.
That sounds unfair, isn't it?
And yeah, look at that, like only 5 seconds of going in and out the Maserati. And then I said, wow, what? It took me 2 years just to think like how to start the channels and what values I'm gonna bring, what contents I'm gonna like do on TikTok. And then like he only take maybe like a night to be that. And so I think like, well, for the person who don't have any contents, can like go viral like that. So for people like us who have like knowledge, who have like all our content surrounding every day. So I just step in. But come back to your questions, I see that for every business owner or any marketing people sitting here, I would recommend even the one who just viral one day, or the one who have the steady and sustainable content channels are all value for our own business. It depends on your business. And I would choose, but like because like I just see like we will based on what value that channel bring to identify what will be the content creators we should work with, what image we are looking for, who we want our brands attached to. Yeah, so that will be the point.
I see. But normally I also see like brand takes a lot of time to adapt changes. Like how they can catch up on
Only
all
me,
the
take 2
trends.
years, and my brand like also wait for me as well.
So that means they also have to adapt quickly to the trend too, right?
Yeah. I would say like brands need to adapt quickly to the trends, but as the marketer, I think like all of us have the gene for that, right? We really look for the trend outside and we see what would be the right time for us to enter the market. Because I think like all of us acknowledge that TikTok is a trend. However, to do it, how to do it, come back to the point, like we still have to see if we have the person for that. For example, my brand, the shop, the Thai brand. But the beginning, we also created a TikTok channel for our own Kohyam Thai. Yes, but we failed. Even though I was successful with my own channel. But my own brand, I consider it's failed.
What is the difference then?
Because I think TikTok is more for like personal content. I mean, like for personal sharing on it. For example, if the CEO or the owner or some like key partner of the brand agree or willing to go online to talk about them, talk about the story surrounding with the brands, that would work. But if the channel is only about the brand, it will not really, like, if we don't know, except if the brand's really interesting itself. I mean, if we know how to do the content like really like TikTok style. At the beginning, like our brand,
form,
yes, like the form. At the beginning, our TikTok channels, like we have to like hire KOLs to be in the clips, which costs us money, but it's also not really benefit for the brand because it's about those KOLs, not really the products itself. So we have to change now a bit, and then we can share later for that. Yeah.
Okay, so there's also a phenomenon that I recognize that like I also used to work in an agency, like booking agencies for of influencers, and I can see that like at first brands mistake a lot of TikToker who use buff for views and engagement. They invest a lot of money just to attract views and engagement, so that like brand books them. At first we don't know either, but like, as a brand owner, like, can you tell like us like how to differentiate like authentic creators with like high views and engagement with the one who actually buy it? Because it is very similar and it's really hard for you to recognize them.
All right, so it's very easy to be honest, because technically we can always see the compatible level between the views and the comments and the reaction, which is like the likes or hate or whatever, but like the comments underneath are natural comments, which requires maybe you need to how to say know Vietnamese or know the language, or now we have the translations which work pretty well, but we can see it quite easily, I think, like which clip using the buff, the likes, or which clip has the true reach for that, just based on, because like for example, if you see like 1 million views but only like a few thousand likes and a few hundred, like just like 20 or 30 comments, that would be like a bit like questioning here.
How should be the ratio of engagement compared to the views, like 10% or?
It's just like really different from different clips. However, we just need to parallel it with the content and read the comments. My recommendation would be read the comments just to see, because if that's really viral, they need to talk about that to make it viral. So if you don't see battles, if you don't see like arguments, or if you don't see comments arguing each other on that clips, it doesn't mean it.
That means it's natural. It is mean it's sitting.
Yes,
right?
it's sitting.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So, like moving on, I also see that TikTok has a lot of phenomenal, and I also pay attention to it. I see that there's a lot of nano and micro influencers like rising, like a lot. So like they are very authentic, I would say, and they have a very special niche that they focus. However, they are also very messy in a way and unprofessional when brands working with them. So like, how would you say about this? Like, are they a real asset to brand, or they just breed the brand?
Are you talking from your experience of being agency,
true.
right?
That's true. I mean, like, I got stood up by a lot of nano and micro influencers, and I mean, like as an agency, I have to cover for the budget that brands give me too. So I have to say that I lost a lot during this time. So yes, that's I speak from my experience.
Okay, right. So so come back to the question. Sorry, like you mean like you want to talk about like the nano and how I mean, is it benefit to work with them?
Yeah,
or?
I mean like actually, are they really worth it for us to work like as a brand, or they just like a risk?
Okay, right. So let's say if you have a lot of money and you need to burn.
All right.
Yeah, because some brands need to burn some money. Don't you agree? So they have the budget this year and they got to burn those. So they need to burn both in macro influencer and nano influencers. And they need obviously the agency in between to avoid those headaches, because we're all people.
Okay,
normal human beings.
That was me as the agency. Okay, I got it. Okay.
So you need to, as an agency, so you need to evaluate, is it worth it? Do you charge them enough to handle those headaches or unprofessional levels or dramas from those influencers like us? Because like really, I have to say, I also have, as a brand owner, I also have some experience I really want to share, just like shortly with you, to see how we can approach the KOL or influencer market to make it really worth any penny that we spend. Because for me, doing startup, I use my own money. I don't like have any like fundraising behind me, so I need to do like really counting like my money for that. So I think the best way to do is like, obviously, if you're not familiar with the market, go for an agency to have the advices. However, I would also recommend another way to be maybe better is finding someone here in the market who already have the ability to work with like different influencers or KOLs before as like individually, not an agency. But obviously that one need to have the pool of KOL that like match your product's scale. I mean like go through that one person to work with the local influencer, but still yourself. I mean, I spend a lot of time myself to study through all of their channels before I book them, but also I myself build my own channel to make myself also be an influencer, to be able to talk to some like top influencer who will cost me a lot of money if I go through agency, or if I go through like individual level agency. If we just talk money on the table, I would not be able to afford them. Like when I launch the brand in Ho Chi Minh City, I have to spend like a month being here, like myself directly message each KOL or each influencer myself to give them their gift, which is only the vouchers, coming to my restaurants and eat in my restaurants, like gift by gifts. That's all. And then be there, welcome them, and like be in the clips with them, or be in the story with them. I mean, like just try to engage myself with the influencer world to be able to reduce the cost of like booking influencer. And don't, when you approach the influencer, my small tip for you, I mean that will influence my pricing as well, which is like don't ask for the price for the first.
All right, so
when you ask them or have some offer to them, don't say like how much you charge first, because if you ask us how much we charge, we will send you the price list. But if you say, hey, I'm opening at this and that, and I have this list of products, want you to try on, and it's up to you to create the content based on your usage, based on your experience of trying it. Some KOLs will, because of loving it, or they are going to buy the products a little bit similar like yours anyway, they would accept it without charging you the content. And that's the first tip. And the second tip would be, if you work with an influencer, or either you pay or either you give them the gift, you don't tell them what to say.
All right.
In your way, because the content creator will naturally know what will be the content that is like really fit their channel and make it viral. Even though if you see your products only like 5 seconds in the whole clips, but if that clip is like million views of like people like going through, and then obviously you will get benefit from that. And because when you talked about the buff view, the fake view, one of the reasons is also because the brand's asking
like
too
views.
much. And then it's obviously look advertising, and no audience will get, and maybe it's one-way content, which is all the good things about that product, and then so it's nothing else to like talk about, or it doesn't look natural. That's all. So the audience will not get the reach of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can tell. There was one time I asked the influencer do exactly what I want, but like she proposed another idea, and in the end I don't choose that idea. But like she still upload that one and do another video for me. It turned out that the video that do by her own idea get like 4.3 like million views, and I just like, okay, maybe I was wrong. I can tell that like brands have a tends or even also agency.
So from your point, I would add another experience, like because I got one experience like that as well. Like the brand booked me to review a milk making product, whatever, like máy làm sữa hạt gọi là gì nhỉ?
Like nut meal something.
Like the oat milk machine, whatever. And they booked me, and obviously from the brand point of view, I know that they want me to tell all the functions of the machine. Also for them, because they pay me, so they want to also reuse that clip only about their products with all the functions to do the ad on their re-up channel. I get that point too. They want all from it. Yes, and I support that. However, if you're the brand, you would encourage the influencer to do one more natural content by giving them the affiliate percentage, which is quite tempting as well. So it will encourage us as an influencer, because all right, I will do one clip for you as you pay, but I also tempting about my millions view plus if it generate also the percentage of by selling it, because the clips actually go viral on my channels, it will benefit for me, and then I will happily do another clip myself without being paid. But I know that the clips will go viral, and there will be customer buying that machine because of that clip. And then I did once for that, and then it's really good. And so I think like for you, when you offer, you offer both paying and affiliate percentage just to improve.
Okay, that means that they will have like more motivations like to do the content that actually like gains views and engagement and can have a high conversion rate too.
Yes,
that's true.
So just like engage, try to engage everything.
Okay, so like let's come back to our topic. So like as a brand owner, like as you see, like we have TikTok, and then before that we have Facebook, we have YouTube. So it kind of like changed over time, like every time that we have a new platform. So what is the core principles that you think it is timeless, like apply regardless like which platforms, and especially when it comes to influencer marketing?
All right, so I think like all of us already know that. I mean, there will be some change. There will be new trend. There will be new channels, and people will like jump over to that side to like
they got hyper and then they
yeah.
FOMO too. So
yes.
they will
So
jump.
as a brand owner, I always have to come back to my core value, which is the products. For example, if my restaurant, that would be my products, my service, and I think that's it. For like, and also always pay attention on the trends out there, because like sometimes like our products will need to be like promoted at the right at the right channels as well. But I was stubborn as well. Before, it took me ages to go on TikTok. Also because of, I also felt at that time TikTok is only for people who like dancing, singing, and then
like
just like
Gen Z.
and then like the content is just nonsense to like really go viral. And then I don't feel it's for me. And then I also feel it's a little bit cheapo as well to be on that channels. But then when I have like photo posts on Facebook and also long clip on YouTube, which cost me a lot of money as well, but only 100 views or 1,000 views, which like that's such a big amount of effort. I have to realize like where my audiences are, I need to be there. And I need to get out of my comfort zone, get out of like the feeling of like, oh, this will be cheap being on that TikTok. And I have to jump on that side. And then I think like that's the really, really big change for me or the brand too. And also I have to, when I try TikTok, I see like, oh, people even buy a Dyson. Because I run live stream for Dyson. And I see like people even buy like
it's very expensive,
like hair dryer from Dyson, vacuum from Dyson on TikTok. So it means that business owner there, people have money out there.
Yeah.
So I not like look down on it anymore, and I like really rearrange. I hire like 6 assistants for like only producing clips and like lowering the budget for like other things, and like work on my budget on different things and start like being engaged more with the brand, which will bring us to another topic, which is the TikTok shop.
Right.
Can I just suggest add something? The TikTok shop conference last year.
Yes.
Can you maybe share a bit about that, because I think it can be interesting for.
That will be our next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Before we jump to TikTok shop, I must say I have to be convinced by the fact that TikTok is kind of amazing. Like that algorithm is like too smart. Like every time I scroll down, I see a product. The first time I would say that I don't need that, but like the second one is show up again, and I start to consider, okay, maybe I liked it, and the third time, okay, I need that, but like I haven't made the decision yet. But like the fourth time, I surrender. I have to buy it, and then I buy like 2 or 3 because like their promotions and everything is so amazing, and then they're really smart. And okay, now we know more. We will talk about TikTok shop. So TikTok shop is another phenomenon on TikTok. Like before that in Vietnam, if you may not know, like Shopee is very popular. Like Lazada is very popular. Tiki also. But right now what I see is buying, like shopping in TikTok shop. Like most of the brands have a TikTok shop right now, and you know what, like the influencers themselves also become the live salesman there. Like it changed a lot. So like have you ever, like as a brand owner, like do you also use TikTok shop for your, or like you have another?
Like unfortunately for me, I can't use TikTok shop for my own brand because like TikTok shop has not allowed to sell food on their platform yet. Unless if the food like contain food, like can ship like
I see.
and stay in the storage for a few days without like any problem. It can be, but for now, only like Grab can do it. Still not TikTok Shop. However, I have the chances to test TikTok Shop by someone else's money, not my own money. So it's even better. Yeah.
Okay, share the story.
Yes, because like I have been booked by a range of different brands and different products on TikTok Shop, and watch them spend money and see if it returns and how it returns, and how to compare between a successful campaign and only a branding campaign instead of like successful for number. So I think like I would share that. Yes, as I have done for like because like my main things on my channel is about houses. I do house tour clips. I do household appliances clips like TV, fridge, or hair dryers. Yeah.
Hair dryer. Okay. Dyson.
Yeah. So all things that I think it is quite expensive to sell on TikTok and on TikTok Shop, and I see that still. After I have done for Panasonic, Samsung, Dyson, LG, I realized that okay, for Dyson it's always the surprising stories for me. At first, it's not just about spending money for live stream to get rich and to get the brand awareness. Because like Panasonic and LG and Samsung, as you all know, they got tons of money to like spread out there, and really like they don't, I mean obviously they care about the numbers, but if they get the rich and don't get the sell, they are also happy. But for Dyson, I see like every time I see when I go live stream for them, I see like the numbers always like surprising me in terms of they don't. At the beginning, I think like those, I'm really worried when I sell like 15 millions hair dryers and like 21 millions vacuum on that, and I had to really do a lot of stories on my Facebook, which I think the audience is there, the customers are there just to pull them to know about, and then to make sure that I got my friends buying some of those first before them, and then they wait until the live stream going on. And I even have to set all of my assistants to buy for them, even because they don't know how to buy on TikTok Shop.
Okay.
That's the like story from the beginning, how I started with Dyson. And then I see like on that day, they spend like, how to say, with 3 hours of selling. Before that, I have to do, it's very important, before the live stream, is a teasing clip. Is the teasing clip, which is the clip that advertising about the live stream going on with all the deals that make people FOMO. Obviously, the FOMO feeling will get them wait for you until the live stream to buy. But also on that live stream is also about the ad. The ad, how to say, the ad dividing in between, which is, I thought it will only should be the ads on the live stream, but no, the ads also need to be put on the teasing clip at the same time as well. So we need to really work on the budgeting of like how to how to say, dividing the budget between like different levels, and also the deals on that day need to look good for some key products, because only some key products will attract people to buy. Like Dyson is famous for their hair dryers, so always, I mean, people like, always that hair dryers being sold very quickly on like that live stream. But also, and then next thing is the vacuum. So like, just some people think that their key products should not be discounted on the live stream, but I believe that I mean, if we already invested in KOL, in like background for live stream, in advertising for live stream, we should target to sell the products that people really would like be willing to buy it. However, I would not say Dyson as the great example in terms of their brands are too well known already. So, I mean, for that Dyson, I can see that they only invest like 10 million dong.
Okay, just 10 million?
10 million dong, around that. Like only that to get the revenue like about $25,000 for like 3 hours that I sell for them. And I always, even though I always just promise with them to sell $10,000 just to be safe. But then I always like double the sale for them. Yes. Okay. However, I just see that's only happened with Dyson. When I do for Panasonic recently, before TED, for example, I see them invest like, I asked them because I was like feeling a bit panic when I was like waiting for my turn on that like live stream day, and then I asked the girl like, hey, how much did you spend on your live stream today? And he said like, oh my god, we spent like 100 million for an hour, 10 times with Dyson, but they sell hair dryers only 700,000 dong.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, and they are new to the pool for TikTok shop. I know that is their first time doing live stream. However, the thing they can sell is only the hair dryer. I mean, only the instant thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. They have a washing machine, they have TV, they have a fridge, but they can't sell it. And or if they can, it had to be like very low price fridge, not the premium one. So it's more for branding, not for selling. So, and those fridges, if they want to sell, or those TV, if they want to sell, they have to choose the kind of like 4 million or 6 million. If I were them, I would choose the products on the scale to sell instead of choosing the big fridge or new model televisions on that day to sell with very small discount. And then it doesn't generate the sale.
I see.
And the only thing generates the sale is only the hair dryers, only like, or the ironer for like $1 million dong, or 200 or 300,000 dong for that. And then it's not successful. And I see them like an hour, the sale only about 30 millions for the sale, and the ad is 100 million for the ads, and the prop is huge.
Okay.
They prepare a huge amount of money for like investing the design for the props, design for like, and also hiring KOLs and MC and all for that. But I think like they can also as a branding as well. However, products lines, how to choose the products and sell, how to say, discount strategy on those products, also very important points for setting up a live stream. Yes.
So that means that it also depends on the strategy of the brand, not depending on the platform, I would say. Like for example, like if you use the same strategy, but then you use on like, let's say like Lazada or Shopee, then it works the same?
Yes. No. So that would be the good point.
Yes or no?
That is a good point. Because I do live stream for VinFast.
Okay.
I sell cars for VinFast. And I was the first one who sell the VF3, the small little car. Yes. And I saw that, how to say, I did the first time for them on TikTok shop. And I sold, at that time I had to also live stream on my Facebook as well. And I sold like 10 cars when they like released the deal, whatever. But I had to take like 2 million each car myself.
Okay.
Based on the commission that they gave me to attract people to buy the car through me, which is like, how to say, I had to cut some of my commission for the one who buy through me just to get the sale, whatever. However, the next day they asked me to go on the live stream on Shopee. And I sold 85 cars.
85 cars.
Yes, on Shopee. And Shopee gave the buyers $1 million.
Okay.
But like voucher to spend on Shopee. If people, but obviously VF3 is hot at that time. It was like something like cute and cheap and also like some like FOMO again. That people want to have that, and only like 15 million dong for like deposit to get a car, and then who knows when you're gonna have the car, and it's only like 230 million dong for one car. So people can save for maybe a year to get the car. So only 15 million dong to, prove the deal, prove the sale on that day. So I think that is smart. And also for Shopee, it's really they have 3 days campaign. And I chose the last day. But they have 2 days, first day go with one group of singers and another TikToker or selling cars on their own channels as well. And I see most of the sale are out from the TikTok channel that has the cars channel, and from me, which is like I think it was from me also because I chose the last day. Because people always wait until the last day to close the deal.
That's true. So. That's smart.
Yes, but the singers, they have 3 singers flying from Ho Chi Minh City to Hanoi and doing the live stream, but I only sell like 4 or 5 cars. And I think choosing the influencers to go on selling your products, which can create trust, guarantee for your products, which they can feel trust to buy, is like, and also the singers has the millions of viewers. However, maybe the viewers it's like not from but people can afford the cars. They can but it's also good for the brand too. I mean, they're all good. But I think the strategy of them also good. I mean, they start with the one who get really viral by the MC, and they start the next
Brand
day
awareness.
and the third day with the one who can close the deal. So I think that also smart too.
Yeah, that's all about your strategy.
Yes, I think strategy about strategy of products selling and influencers and ads spending and contents of the clips, teasing clips before the live stream.
Yeah, like the communication plan, marketing plan. Okay.
So all of that, I think, and I believe that we can't just based on agency to provide
that hurt.
Really, because we need to know.
Okay.
Yes, I think we all need to be really on ground and step thinking, even though maybe our idea is going to be stupid sometimes and make mistakes too, but we learn at least, and we're aware of things, and we not blame on agency not to do the work well. And if we really have our conduct.
That's what I wish when I work with friends. I hope they feel the same and think the same. Okay, so I guess our time is running up, right? Yeah. So to close the sessions, can you share us what do you predict about the influencers marketing trend in upcoming time? Would it be there another platform like TikTok, or would it be data driven or something like that, or another tornado?
You mean the advice for?
Yeah, the predictions that for the influencer marketing in upcoming years.
As I said, I think there would be a new platform, there would be a new trend. As I see now, people more more driven to threads.
Threads?
I don't know if anyone here have threads.
Do you? I don't.
Yeah, threads. And if I think
it's an app.
Yeah, it's an app. It's an app. It's a thread.
THR.
Change the name. It used to be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
yes, it used to be another brand.
Alright, so Threads.
Threads. But Threads is also on the Instagram, right? Like it connects
It
closely with
connects
Instagram.
with Instagram and Facebook now because I see.
It used to be Twitter.
Really?
Twitter, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nay.
It had that one too. Had the same function like Twitter.
Okay.
Different brands.
I got it now.
Yeah.
I also hear like Gen Z use lockers.
What?
Lockers.
Lockers?
Yeah.
I haven't used that.
Right. You Gen Z, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
My sister will know. I mean, the reason I have the assistant like 13 years younger than me or 10 years younger than me, so at least they can update me what's going on now for the trend.
That's good too.
Yes. However, I think trends or other new trends, we should not. I think like we also don't need to be so scared of like not getting this trend.
That's
yet,
true.
because sometimes we need time, and it takes time to observe to see if it's really for our brands or not. Because if your brand is for like young people, like young buyers, and they are on Threads a lot, well, that's the time
We
for
have to
me
jump there.
Yeah, jump in. But if like your brand still on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, on other traditional platform,
Okay. Still, we still keep him there.
Yes. What we do is whatever we do it like in a very deep level, which is like really how to say study it carefully before we spend money on it. In terms of staff, in terms of, because I think like it's really as a luck for us as a business owner sometimes to meet the right person at the right time. Because I also have like staff who I hired could not do the work as they say, and then I have to rehire again and again until I got the right one. So yeah, just keep.
You talking about her?
Trying.
Your
She stayed
assistant?
with me like for a long time. So that's it for now. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so one last question. So, do you have any advice for visitors, especially from like let's say Europe, who wants to expand to Vietnam market? Like,
Right.
when it comes to influencer marketing.
Yeah, that I would hope later if I have some more specific questions about which products,
Yeah.
what target customers, so I can answer that more precisely. But like for now, as I said, just to sum up, after all I have shared, I mean really nonsense talking really, because I just like really sometimes I'm not really organized what I should say in order to like, be logical. You know what I mean?
Like influencers
Yes.
are quite creative. Okay.
Yeah, that's my problem. So like just to sum up, I think for the newcomers to be like entering Vietnam, I would suggest if you want like quick viral, pay attention on TikTok because it is free advertising basically. Because like we spend tons of money on Facebook for ads, but obviously you still should have, and I think you already have the official Facebook channel for your own brand, right? But TikTok is the tool to get viral very quickly with low cost. And if you don't have your own channel yet, look for specific TikToker which you feel okay to go with, but don't spend all of your budget on it. But like spend and try first to see the how to say the adaptation and the absorption of your products or your brands. Secondly, I would suggest try to speak with the local business owner to get their ideas or to get their network in terms of marketing contacts, because like as a business owner they would know what agency is efficiency, what team we should build and how big we should build for the team, just to be realistic. Because like how to say, either you build your in-house team or you outsource, and what you should outsource. I mean, like, for example, my brand, I outsource the people who do the ad from my Facebook channel. I do outsource for designing the banners or the posters for my shops, but I do in-house the, how to say, the one who create the contents.
Copywriter? Content
the
writer.
copywriter. Yes. So that would be some general tips. Yeah.
That's very good advice. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have some rooms for questions. So, if you have any concern or like any things you want to ask this expert here, here's the chance.
I'm not the expert.
I had a question before you answered it in between, so about the budget and the people you hire. So you mentioned before that you hired 6 people for your team. And I'm wondering, so does the 6 people, so when I was thinking about create a team for me in the TikTok channel, so I will have 1 or 2 content creators, one who making a good videos, designing them, and that's it.
Okay.
So if I, based on your experience,
what a team
you have
structure,
6
team
people
members.
So can I know what are the 6 people doing? Because was that too much to hire 6 people? Was it the right decision to hire 6 people? Did you reduce the team? Did you increase the
very
team?
good point. Yeah.
So I'm speaking regarding the budget.
Sure. No, I only have the 6 people because now I'm just have so many things to do. But like your good point, yes, because I have like restaurants content, I have like Airbnb content, I have like my own clients who ask me, scratch me for content every day. But like from the beginning, to build my channels, I only have one assistant, and she does everything.
Like from video shooting,
do the video
content writing.
She can edit the clips.
Okay.
And trust me, from the beginning, I even hire the assistant who can like do the videos for me from my hair salon. Which is like I went to the hair salon, and then the hair salon owner told me, hey, I have a staff wanting to quit, and she doesn't love doing hair, but she loves doing clips.
Okay.
So I told her, okay, give that person to me. I'm needing one now. So, and then she like very amateur clip, not like this one. She's very good at doing clips now, making me a little bit more beautiful. But like from the beginning, I look like disaster, to be honest. I look like as tall as 1 meter 40 when like through her camera. And I just look like dark face all the time because it's like maybe like in contrast or whatever. But it's still viral because of the content. That's all. So I think, and also the battles, and the people like body shaming me, and like they comment like how like ugly I am, and as a business owner and whatever. But it's fine as far as I have comments. And
okay. That works too. That's engagement.
Yes, all engagement. No publicity is bad. Yes, and yeah. So I think only one person for me from the beginning as my own assistant. But you need, if you want to start your clips or your channels or everything, you can't like say to me you want to learn how to editing clips or whatever. You can if you like it. But if we are like so busy doing things, doing shit, we should have another girl just following us everywhere. I go to the bathroom and she go with me too. And then like just to film everything, and then like editing clips. And the only thing I do is writing the content. Because the content, from the beginning, I also have the question to another influencer as well, asking, hey, do you have anyone who do the content for you? And I said, no, the content I have to do it myself. So and then from that day, it's like light up my day, and then I just said, all right. So the only thing I do myself is writing content, writing like the diary on my day, and then picking things and like draw up the script to voice off on my clips, and then I send to my assistant the script so she knows how to get it orders for all the scenes, and also I send her my recording for her to match with her script, because sometimes I can do it directly like this, but sometimes I can't. But I feel shy. I don't want to talk in front of other people. I'm just like a really stupid one. And then like I just do the recording, and then she match everything.
I see.
So have an assistant for the first, and I pay like at that time 8 million, which is nothing compared to you guys, right? And because in the West it's gonna be so expensive for that any kind of stuff. But here, like I started with like 8 million for her, and then after a year of building the channels, I have like clients booking me on TikTok. So I hire more and more and more team, and now I have 6 assistants that like doing every day for different channels.
Just curious, like with ChatGPT now, do you need like spend a lot of times for
Sorry?
scripting, like ChatGPT?
ChatGPT, I'm really old school one.
Okay.
Really, I mean, it's not the trend, and I need to catch that. Right, it always takes me time to catch the trend. I know about ChatGPT, and everyone talking to me about that. But anytime I use it, I just feel, oh my god, it's still like very general, and maybe I have a lot of people to talk to. I don't have to talk to the ChatGPT, so they still don't understand me that well.
Okay.
Yes. So
Yeah,
yes, no, I still haven't used ChatGPT yet.
Just yet.
Yes, just yet. But I think that is interesting because when I teach some of my students, I do online training course on video content as well, and like some of my students even teach me again about how to use the ChatGPT to improve the speed of like creating content as well. But yeah, I still need to practice it. Yes.
Yeah, just to sum up your answer, that means that at first we might want to test with like an all-rounder assistant, and then like, then if works and then the workload increase, we can like hire more. I would suggest that.
But to be honest, like even now when I have 6 assistants with me, I'm still doing my own content.
Content is
yes.
it needs to be authentic, right?
Yes, it needs to be authentic. But I have 2 types of contents. The contents that I create my own, following my own style, and not being monetized by the brands, and the content that following the brands as they book me for review. So I have the assistant to help me with that because they have the very clear brief, and they really ask us what to say, what to talk, so not much room for create the content. So that's my assistant would do. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? I think that's it.
Thank you so much.